the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Alright guys, what is up? This has been a tutorial that has been requested a lot. This is going to be a manipulation header tutorial. It's going to include how to make the logo, where to get the backgrounds, and which backgrounds are good to use, and also color correction or CC. First I'm going to show you guys everything that I have. Everything I'm using here will be in the description, in the description. So what I'm going to be using for the background is this. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make something like this. If you guys are interested in making something like this, please do watch until the end, because this will show you as in depth as I can, on how to make a header like this. So I've already made this header, but I'm just gonna make it again pretty much. So we got our background here. It's just a ice concept art, or like a space world concept art type thing. I'm gonna scale it down a little bit, so I'm gonna come over here. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan, by the way. I'm gonna scale it down a little bit, like right there. I think that looks good. I'm gonna go back over here and click this. Now we're gonna add a little bit of depth of view, or field of view, field of depth, whatever you want to call it. So we got this little ice thing right here, which I'll show you guys how to get when I'm done making the background. It's very easy, free way to do it. Oh yeah, also the apps you guys will be needing to do this is Pixelmator, ArtStation, and Snapseed. Those are Pixelmator, I think it's only on iOS. Snapseed might be on Android as well, I'm not sure. And ArtStation's on everything pretty much. But yeah, so I have this little thing right here. These are easy to find as well. Like I said, I'll be showing you guys how to find all these stuff when I'm done making it. So yeah, we're just gonna grab this, and we have this, and I'm thinking of putting something maybe in the corner, like right here. So we got it right here, and we're gonna move this thing to the corner, make it a little bit bigger, and we're gonna click hide, make a new layer, click on the paintbrush, select, and we're gonna do free select, and we're gonna click on the outside like that, and we're just gonna start tapping like randomly to kind of make like a rigid edge for the select. We're gonna click done, and we're gonna click on the layer that we just hid, so the layer that we just added, this little thing. We're gonna click duplicate, and we're gonna hide that base layer, and now we got this little thing right here. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. And now what you guys are gonna do is you guys are gonna probably come over here to retouch and darken, and make the darken a little bit bigger, and just maybe a little bit bigger. I'm probably gonna do like, let's see how 86 looks. No, I don't really like that. I like doing it all with like one swoop instead of it being a couple. So we're gonna darken that part right there, and then we're gonna click on lighten. So you guys want to darken this like corner area, and then you guys want to lighten the outside area. But before we lighten the outside area, we're gonna click on the paintbrush, adjust colors, and we're gonna make it pretty dark, because it's gonna be closer and it's also in the shadows, so it's gonna be darker. Click adjust colors again, and turn the brightness down even more. And we're just gonna keep doing this a couple times until we like how dark it is. I sort of like that, And now we're gonna click on the paintbrush, retouch, lighten, make sure the lighten brush isn't too big, and we're gonna go around the edges just like this. So we went around the edges just like this, and now we're gonna click done, and we're gonna come over to the paintbrush, add effects, and put blur. And now for blur, I think I'm gonna do around 15. Yeah, 15 looks pretty good. And you might not be able to see this, but if you actually look, it's there, and it looks very nice in headers. And we're probably gonna add another one up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show this layer that we had originally to make that other thing down there. we're just gonna move it up here, make it a little bit bigger, hide it, and we're just gonna do select again and do the same thing again. I'm sorry if this is kind of confusing, but I don't really know how to explain like this part right here. It's kind of weird. But now we're gonna click on that layer that we had with this little ice thing. We're gonna click on duplicate, and we're gonna hide the base layer again. And now we're just gonna go do the same steps again that we did for the last one. Also, this video may not have a lot of editing in it, like a little editing here and there, but besides that, I want to keep it pretty simple and nothing too crazy. There will be timestamps as well on which part, so color correction, logo, and no, it's going to be BG, logo, and then color correction. And then we're going to pretty much do the same thing again with this one, except I forgot to darken it, so we're just going to come over here, adjust colors, and darken it. There you go, like that. And now we're going to come over here to the background, and we're probably just going to adjust the colors a little bit. A little brighter, contrast, a little different. And then temperature, since it's icy, we're going to make the temperature more towards the blue side a little bit. If you guys had a different environment, you guys might want to switch it over to the warmer side to make the colors more warmer. But if it's something like this, you guys want to switch it over to the temperature, to the cooler side of the color. So blue is cooler, orange is warmer. And then come over here to curves and just do a simple S curve, which if you guys don't know what it is, you just follow this pretty much. Very small S curve, if you guys know what that is. Well, not S curve, sorry. Yeah, just like that. That's sort of like an S curve. Now we got this. The contrast is a little bit better. I like it. Now, it's logo. Logo is probably, like with this header right here, it took me the longest because I didn't really focus on the background too much here. I mainly just wanted to focus on the logo. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our logo. Again, everything that I have here will be in the description below. So if you guys want to, follow along or try to make something sort of like this, you guys can. We're going to be using the Synergy logo. And for now, we could just keep it at this size. We're going to come over here and grab our texture. And we're going to put the layer of the texture under the logo layer. And just make it smaller pretty much until it fits up to the entire thing like that. And then we're going to hide that. Come over here to the plus button on the top right. Click it. Come over here to the black and white square right here. Click that. And then click the black background. Now we're going to come over here to format on the logo. Style, fill, and make it white. So now once you guys make it white, you guys want to bring this, you guys want to click on the logo layer, select, color select, and you guys are just going to want to pretty much slide on the logo. Make sure it's on the white part. And it doesn't matter what color you guys use, but try and make sure they're opposite colors so it's easier to select the logo and it won't come out lower quality. Now you guys want to click show on the texture layer and duplicate it, and you guys could just delete that layer if you guys wanted. Now we're gonna hide our white logo that we made, and now we're gonna have something like this. As you guys can see, now it has like a texture, and this is, you can do this any other way. It's the same steps pretty much. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate that layer, come over here to the paintbrush, adjust colors, and come over here to the brightness and turn the brightness all the way down, and then move the darker logo onto the bottom. So if you look left side, that's where I'm referencing when I say below or top, stuff like that. And now you guys are going to want to make it smaller and move it to the center. Make sure it's in the center so it will click if you guys have the guides on. If you guys don't have the guides, you guys are just going to want to click the top right gear option, guides, and there's center guides, edge guides, and spacing guides. You guys want to click those. If you guys want, you guys can also put on ruler. I don't have that on though because I don't really use it. And now, as you guys can see, to make it 3D, what we're going to do is this edge right here isn't connecting. Yeah, so this edge right here isn't connecting. So we're gonna want to have our concrete texture, or it's the texture I'm using, and we're just gonna put it right there, hide it, and then make a new layer, and then come over here to select, free select, and click on the edges. So this is the edge. You guys want to click on it, just like that. Come over here to this other edge, click on that edge, and now it's gonna look something like that. But before, you guys are gonna want to drag it all the way around that little black space right there, and then connect it. Press done, and click duplicate on our concrete or on your guys' texture. And now once we have that, make sure that the layer that you just duplicated is under this lighter logo. And now once we have that texture duplicated, we're gonna want to click on the paintbrush, adjust colors, and turn down the brightness until it matches the one as that one right there, the dark one. We're just gonna do it until it matches, so like, yeah, like right there. And it's gonna look like that when you're done. Now you're gonna want to do that for the other corner. So just click on select, free select, click on the edges. I suggest that you guys go and get the images down below to sort of make this first, test it out, and then you guys start testing on your guys' own stuff. But yeah, whatever you guys want to do, it doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna want to pretty much turn down the brightness the same way as we did the other one, and there we go. As you guys can see, we got 3D logo. You can make 3D logos like this, like any way you want. So maybe if you don't want the same texture, you guys can do it another way, like with another texture. It's very easy to do, and it's very good. But now you also want to get those two things that you just made. So this little piece right here and this little piece right here, these two pieces that you just duplicated, you're just gonna want to merge them with the bottom logo or the darker logo, and make sure that's all under this base logo right here. So let me just show you what the base logo is and what the darker logo is. This right here is the base logo. If you guys look on the left side, it's above the darker logo. Now you guys want to click on the darker logo layer and turn down the brightness a lot. And now we're gonna have something like that. And once we're here, we're gonna hide the darker logo, and we're gonna want to come over here to format on the lighter logo, fill, and fill it to white. Now once you guys fill it to white, come over here to select and color select, and select the logo again, like you guys were doing with the texture sort of. And now once you guys did it, you're gonna click on done. Yo, where's my side menu? It just disappeared. Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. Now once you guys have this, you're just gonna wanna, once you guys have it selected, you're just gonna wanna click on format again on the logo and turn the format or the fill off, and then come over here to the black background layer and just hide it. And now at this part, what I'm gonna usually do is find out where the light, I guess where the light source is coming from. So here we got one top left right here. We got another one top right. And there's no light source coming from the bottom here. So that means that the bottom is going to be darker than the top left and top right. And everything in the middle is going to be dark as well. So what you guys are going to do now, once you guys have this selected, create a new layer. And put it right above the light logo. Click on paint and erase. And paint, and come over here to the light brush option. Now once you guys have light brush, you guys want to turn it up quite a bit. I'm going to do like around 50. And what I usually do first is I use the dark one. So this is going to be your guys' highlights or shadows. And we're just going to go right here. Remember where your guys' light sources are. So we got one top left, one top right. So that means we're going to have down here dark, because there's no light sources coming from the bottom, and there's also no light sources coming from right here. So we're going to have just like that. Maybe make it a little lighter. lighter and darker, just like that. Alright, there we go. Now that's pretty much all we have to. No. Sorry. There's gonna be this area like right here too. And if it's not facing out, so like this part right here is outwards and the light's hitting it. And then if you look over here, this part's also outwards and the light's hitting it. So we're gonna also do some lighting like right here. So some shadows right there, some shadows right here. And it's alright if you sort of make it too dark because we're gonna also be making light layers. And to do that, you guys wanna make a new layer. Click on the color for your brush and put it as white. And now we saw where our light sources are coming from, so we're gonna have this part right here white, this part right here right, like up here a little bit, this side right here, this part right here, this part like right here. And this part might get a little confusing because you guys can't really see where I'm highlighting or anything, so it's gonna be kind of confusing for you guys. But now once you guys have those two things right there, here's something that I always like to do. Is I'm just gonna hide those, create a new layer, come over here to paint and erase, paint, click it, and then change it to hard, and make it like a little bit bigger, we'll see, and then change it to dark, or black screen, sorry, and just come over here like this, and just trace the logo, like the inside of the logo. And now once you guys do that, you just want to go over here to effects and put the blur around 50, I guess. And now you guys are going to get something like this. And we're just going to show our highlight logos, our highlight layers. It's going to look like this, which looks pretty nice already. We're also going to show our dark logo, which is right here. It's going to look something like this, right? It doesn't look super good right now, but now we're going to merge our light layer and our two dark layers together. So we're just going to merge those together. And we're going to click on our light layer and make it a smidge darker. Just like right there. And now you guys got these layers right here. We're just going to... I'm actually going to turn down the... I just undid everything, so we're going to turn down the opacity of this one real quick. But before that, we do that, we're going to make it the lighter logo a little darker. And then we're gonna click on our white highlights and just come over here to opacity and turn it down a little bit. And we should get something like this, which is pretty good. And then I'm just gonna come over here and merge our highlights together. So merge those together, hide them, also hide our dark layer. And we're gonna show our black layer that we had before, or our black background, format, and of course make the thing white. Then you just want to come back over here to select, color select, select the logo. Now it's gonna be like this. Click on the background right here, and press cut. Now you guys are gonna move the background layer on top of the light logo, and you guys are gonna click on the paintbrush, add effects, blur. And we're going to turn it down to 4. So we're going to have it on 4. Done. And we're going to put on duplicate. And we're just going to delete that black background. And now once we're here, as you guys can see, you guys got this like small outline type thing. Come over here to format and unfill it. And then show our highlight layers and our dark layer, or our dark logo. And now once you guys have these little black highlights, we're going to find them, duplicate them, and then merge those two together. And then duplicate them again and make that one. Come over here to fill, change the color to white. And now so as you guys can see, our white areas are right here. So we're not gonna, this is so weird, this part right here. So hopefully you guys can sort of understand what I'm gonna say here, because this part can get a little confusing. We are gonna click. So right here we got our white logo that we just, or our white outline that we just made, and we also have our black outline right here. So that the black outline you guys are gonna hide, and our white outline you guys are gonna keep there. And for every single dark spot, you guys are going to erase that on the outline logo. So click on here. Come over here to light brush and turn that down a little bit. And since this is the light highlight, or the white outline, we're gonna only keep it on the white parts. So wherever it's darker, we're gonna erase it from there. So like right here, we're gonna erase it, and then like right here, we're gonna erase it, and right here, we're also gonna erase it, and sort of like right here. Okay, now once we did that, we're gonna show our black outline that we have, and wherever it's white, we're just gonna delete it from, or erase it from there. So now we sort of got these outline parts like right there, and those are gonna be typically the darker spots on the logo. And of course, I'm not gonna say that this is gonna look good, or my final product right here. But maybe if you guys are doing this, it will look a little bit better. I'm just gonna show you guys sort of the basics on how to do it. Now we're gonna merge our highlight logo, or our highlight layers together. So now this is pretty much the highlight layer that we have, and we're gonna click on our lighter layer, adjust colors, and turn down the brightness just a smidge. And now we're gonna merge these two things right here. We're gonna merge them together. So merge, and then we're also gonna merge this with our darker logo. So merge. Come over here to adjust colors, brightness, turn it down a little bit, contrast, turn it up a little bit, saturation. This doesn't really matter that much, so you guys can just keep it there. And once you guys come over here to temperature, this depends on your guys' background. So right here I got a cooler, icy background, so the temperature is gonna go to the blue side a little bit, not a lot. Maybe you guys have like a like a sunny background or something. You guys would want to turn it to the orange side to make it a little bit more warmer. And then now we're gonna come over here to curve, turn the top one down a little bit, turn this bottom one up a smidge, just like that. And now we're gonna make this smaller. Make sure it's centered as well. If you guys have the guides on, you guys will see like it click. So right here's the middle of it, and we're gonna slowly move to the side. Right here, this is the center of it. Maybe go down a little bit. Like right there, good. I think that looks good. And now there is gonna be a shadow down here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to the add button, click on the black square, and click on the circle. Now as you guys can see, when you guys drag it, it's gonna start getting like sort of like an oval shape. That's what you guys want. So you guys are gonna wanna drag it to the side a little bit to match the width of your guys' logo, and then drag it down a little bit. So like right there. Move it below your guys' logo, like right there. Make sure it clicks. Come over to format, color, and fill it to black. Come over here to the paintbrush, click on add effects, and then go to blur, and make the blur around, I would say like 25 and 20. And as you guys can see, there's like a little bit of the circle right there, so we're just gonna click on the erase button and erase that part right there. And we're probably gonna make it a little bigger. Yeah, like that right there. Okay, now when something hits another, there's gonna be bouncing colors. So what we're gonna pretty much do here is create another layer. Click on the paintbrush, paint and erase, paint, and make sure you guys have it on the light brush option. Turn that up a little bit, and we're gonna pretty much only do this for your light areas. So like right here, have something like that. Right there, have something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Now once you guys have that, I'm just gonna click on the format and turn down the opacity of it to around like 60. And now there's gonna be some light bouncing off of it, which is pretty realistic, because that's what would happen in real life. And we're just gonna click on our logo again and sort of make it a little bit more bluer, because I don't think it's blue enough, and obviously it's a colder background, so we're gonna need it a little bit more bluer, just like that. And again, if you guys want to make a better background, you guys can, but for this one that I made, I just sort of focused on the logo mainly, because the logo is kind of hard for me to make, and I really enjoy making the logo. So yeah, now what you guys are going to do here is we're going to add a little flag. This is like a little touch that I like to add because it can add a lot of depth in your edits. So we have this little flag thing right here. This will also be in the the description, so if you guys want to follow along or anything, it's going to be there. And now we're going to click on the add button, click on the shape button again, and click on this square. And we're going to drag it to the side a little bit, make it thin. These are the dimensions right here that I'm probably going to use, like right there. Just make it longer, just like that. And now what you guys have to do is you guys are going to have to duplicate it and then merge those two things together. So merge, and then hide that. And then we're going to click on the logo layer. We're going to click on the logo layer, come over here to the paintbrush, select, and quick select. And make sure it's on add. And we're just going to select the logo area. So just like this. As you guys can see, I missed the logo a little bit. So what we can just do is come back over here to click quick select on the top right and click subtract, and just select the area that we don't want. And now you guys are gonna have this, so click done. And then we're gonna have our little square thingy right here, duplicate it, and then delete the base layer. And you're gonna be left with something like this. And since we're gonna do something sort of red, we're just gonna click on format, fill, and we're gonna make it, red. So like right there. And of course I'm gonna adjust the color, so don't worry about that. And then we have this little flag thingy. So we're gonna put that above our square layer, and we're gonna flip it real quick, because I don't really like the way that it's at right there. So horizontal flip. It's gonna look like that. At first it's not gonna look good at all, but once we get going, it's gonna look better and better. So we're gonna click on hide. Now we're gonna be left with this little square. So what we're gonna do, click on new layer, or add new layer, sorry. Format, fill it to white. So as you guys can see, it's white. Click on backgrounds and add the black background. Click on our white square logo, select, add, and then color select, and just select it, just like that. And now we're gonna wanna hide our black background. Click on format and unfill it. Alright, so now once we made it red, make sure you guys make a new new layer, and then click on paint and erase. It's gonna be on light brush, so we're gonna keep it there, and then click on make it black, and just pretty much put it in this bottom area right here. So as you guys can see, we got light logo and then dark logo. So wherever that light logo starts is where we're gonna stop drawing the light brush in. So like right like that, sort of like that. Make it smaller a little bit. We're gonna try and get it inside like a little bit. Like right there, that's good. Now you guys wanna get our ribbon right here. And once you guys have it there, you guys will wanna come over here to erase. Make sure it's on light erase. Put it on like 5% and just erase the area right there. We're gonna make it a little bit, more on the, rotate it a little bit more. Okay, now once you guys have the edge deleted like that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to light erase. as you guys can see, this little part of the ribbon right here, or the our little square is showing a little bit, so I'm just gonna delete that area a little bit, just like that. You guys can't see it, but it is there. Now you guys want to click on the ribbon, paintbrush, retouch, and smudge option, and just smudge it on the edge a little bit. And you guys should get a little something like this. Yeah, like that. Now what you guys want to do, click on this little red thingy that we made, adjust colors, and turn down brightness a little bit, just so they match a little bit better. We're gonna make it like this. Maybe make it like a little bit bigger. There, it looks good right there. Okay, now once we have that, we're just gonna put them both together, or merge them, sorry. Click on the paintbrush, adjust colors, and make it darker. Now once we have that, you guys are gonna make a new layer, put it under the thing that we just made. Click on paint and erase. Paint, make sure it's light brush. Put it on, I would do like around 10. Make sure it's black color, and just start going like this. Okay, now once we got that, we're gonna move it under a little bit, like that, and we're just gonna erase the edges, so it's not poking outside. Just like that. So now we got like that, and yeah, it's gonna look like that. We're gonna add this again. We're gonna come over here to make it like a little darker, and then maybe change the temperature a little bit. Just like that. And it's gonna look like that. And now once you guys have something like this, you know, maybe you guys want to add some stuff, you guys can. I'm just gonna come over here and press copy to photos, and we're gonna come over here to our other app, which is Snapseed. Okay, we're still going. Click on the plus button, this giant plus button right here, and add our header right here. And I could just click last edit and it'll look like that, but I don't really like the way that looks, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on the paintbrush, or I mean the pencil, sorry. Come over here to tune image, and now we're gonna do brightness. For this one, I'm gonna probably turn it down a little bit, just like 5. I think that looks good. And you guys are gonna long hold the image and scroll down, and you guys are gonna have all these options. We're gonna go through them one by one. So contrast, we're gonna most likely turn this up a little bit, because right now it's kind of just like white, so we're gonna put it at like 20. Saturation, turn that up also to like 15. Ambience is like it's like shadows, I guess, kind of. We're gonna turn that to 5. So 5. Come over to highlights. We're gonna want to turn highlights like around 5. Shadows, make sure shadows are there. Without shadows, it's gonna look very bright like that. You guys don't want that. So I'm gonna turn it around to like 5. And warmth, since we have a cold image again, we're gonna go to this side and make it really blue. And now we're gonna click on, what's the next one? What I usually do is I go with lens blur. So just expand it a little bit, maybe change the lens strength a little bit, or the blur strength a little bit to 10. Do the same thing again, you know, long hold, scroll down, transition. Transition is just pretty much how big the blur, or how wide the blur is gonna be. And we're just gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna put mine at like 69. And then we're gonna come over here to vignette strength. And vignette is very good on these kinds of stuff, because vignette pretty much helps focus mainly on the logo and what's in the center than what's on the outside. So click on vignette, make it around like 45. Click on the paintbrush again, and we're gonna do HDR scape. And as you guys can see, this is what's gonna happen to it. And we're just gonna turn this down a little bit to 10. Click on the check mark. Paintbrush again, or pencil, glamour glow. You guys can pick whichever one you guys think looks nice. I'm gonna do number 3. and obviously turn down the glow. You guys can turn it up how much you guys want, but we're gonna turn it to like 25. Click on the paintbrush again, and yep, that pretty much should be it. If you guys want to, you know, maybe do it a different way, you guys can. The images are down in the description below if you guys want to, you know, make something else with those. But yeah, now this is the end of the video, and I told you guys that I was going to show you guys how to get those images. So for backgrounds, maybe you guys want to find a good background. We're going to come over here, and we have this app called ArtStation. So we're just going to click on ArtStation, and I have people that have been asking me how do I get my backgrounds, and I tell them ArtStation, but then they say they don't know how to use it. They say it's confusing. So you guys could just scroll here and find stuff. You know, here, scroll stuff, you know, find stuff. Or you guys could click on this magnifying glass and pretty much search whatever you guys want. So let's say I want, like, you know, a picture of a cup. You know, see like this little medieval cup. You know, stuff will come up. Whoa. Hey yo. Yeah, that stuff's gonna come up. You know, whatever you guys want to search up, you guys can. You know, woods. This is mainly concept arts and very realistic renders. So if you guys, you know, like that stuff and manipulations that you guys can use, these images are the best that I've found so far. Like, they're very good. And yeah, to download them, all you guys have to do is click on the image you guys want. So let's say I wanted like this one. I could click on it, scroll all the way to the right until you guys find one like this size. Click on it, and this little like this little symbol with like an arrow pointing up and like a little thing below it, you just want to click on that, and this is gonna pop up, and just click save image. And yeah, once you guys are done with that, it's gonna go into your photos. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys need to know anything else, just tell me.